everybody, it's Mrs. S from the Adventures of Mr. Superman and Mrs. S, and I am here with my vlog as a part of the Milling It Over segment put on by Jen from Chances I'm Taking, and this week's discussion is about stereotypes. I'm going to be focusing on military stereotypes, military spouse stereotypes, because that's what I have experience with. So yeah, in my opinion, stereotypes exist because people are uneducated. And stereotypes continue to exist because people continue to remain uneducated. And that's because people who have the power to change that don't take the time to do it. They don't take the time to try to change people's minds or show them that a certain group of people is different. And I think that maybe sometime, someplace, somewhere, someone gave someone else something to talk about, and it escalated and it escalated, and maybe it happened a few more times, and that's where stereotypes originated from. Stereotypes to me is a huge mutant version of gossip, and it's so widespread and so readily accepted that people don't really even think about it. I know I didn't think a whole ton about it until I was placed into a stereotype as a military spouse, as a military wife, and as an Air Force wife. I never thought about it, and it never really bugged me until I was put in that position. And now, nothing gets me angrier quicker than people making assumptions about me, about my husband, about what he does for a living, about our political beliefs because he's in the military and because he is currently serving in Afghanistan. And so I think for me, it's definitely being placed into stereotypes and people making assumptions about me has definitely helped me, because I now make a very conscious effort to be different and to show people that I'm different, that military spouses as a whole in certain situations are different. So those are the ones I'm going to address. Make sure you guys check out Jen's video from Chances I'm Taking and the other ladies who have linked up. Everyone's input is great. Feel free to jump in, do a vlog, post a written out post, whatever you want. Just be sure that you're nice in your opinions, and be sure to come around every week because there's always a new topic. So yeah, military spouses are all slores. We all know that one's true. When our husbands are gone, we pop in a red light bulb on the front porch. We leave an empty detergent bottle on the front doorstep. That way, any man who wants to get some knows that our husband's gone and that we're willing. That one is definitely true. Every military spouse I know is a cheater, and they have every right to do it because their husbands are gone all the time. We're all loaded. We all have insane amounts of money, and we like to flaunt it. You should see my my bank account. Not only my checking, but my several other offshore accounts and my savings account. They all have over 6 figures, and I don't even look at them. I don't even have to worry about money. That one's definitely true too. What else? Oh, I am a military wife, so I must be hiding a bunch of kids because I pop them out left and right. And I get the double whammy on this one because not only am I a military wife, but I am a 23-year-old Mormon woman, which means that I probably have several sets of twins running around somewhere, and I don't plan on stopping. You know, the 19 kids and counting, I plan on beating her, and that's just because that's what I want, that's what I love. Yeah, and shoot, the military pays for them, so why not? My husband is extremely chauvinistic. He doesn't allow me to have a life or an identity outside of him in the military, and he definitely doesn't encourage me to go to school. Yeah, I think those are probably the 4, I think I said 4, that are the most, I guess, abundant. People automatically assume Military wives are stupid. They don't have careers. They don't want careers, and their husbands don't want them to have careers. Oh yeah, our place is definitely at home in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant. We all have insane amounts of money, which, yeah, just got my tax return. $2 from state taxes, so that one, there's no way I'm denying that one. Kids. Really? If you see someone in the military and they have lots of kids, that's a lifestyle choice. It's not because they're in the military. If their husband or their wife wasn't in the military, they would have the same amount of kids, because that's just who they are as a person. Them being in the military, them having that as a occupation doesn't define their family life. And we're all slores. That one. Yeah, I know I've met several wives in the last 2 years who cheated on their husbands regularly. Some of them even with people that their husbands worked right alongside, and their husbands were completely clueless. For me, I think that if you're a cheater, you're a cheater. And whether or not your husband's in the military, you're going to be cheating. And you just try using the military and your husband being gone as an excuse. It's not a rationalization, though. It's not a justification. And no matter what your husband or wife does for a living, if you're cheating, you're going to try to find a justification. Now, the last thing that I want to address that Jen actually brought up in her video was Army Wives, the TV show put on the lovely Lifetime network. And whether or not I'm sorry, I'm chuckling because that show is just terrible. Cheesy, horrible acting, but I'm not going to deny that I've seen it. When Mr. Superman deployed, I decided I was going to watch it. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about, so I watched it. And the first episode, actually, I was appalled at just how ridiculous it was. But I think to a certain extent, they address stereotypes, and they just enhance them and exaggerate them, because it's Hollywood, it's dramatic, because that's what TV is. But I also think that Army Wives as a TV show, and their discussion topics, yeah, there's a few good ones, but for the most part, I think that they do more harm than good. I mean, they haven't had very many seasons, and there's already been so many, cheating spouses, cheating wives, cheating husbands, and they use their spouse's occupation in the military, in the Army, as an excuse, and they're so lonely, and their marriages have changed, and they just want somebody to love them and realize that they're important too. So really, I think that it does more harm than good, but it's a TV show, what can you do? So yeah, those are my opinions, and make sure to check everyone else out, and I'll see you guys next week.